Already know what time it is. Happy Sunday, everybody. Today's game is the Chiefs versus the Bills. Who will win? You're new to the channel, man. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Share the stream out, all that good stuff. No commentary. Appreciate my members for being members. Appreciate my new subscribers. Appreciate my old subscribers. Let's get to it.
Western New York and Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills.
And now, your five-time defending AFC East champion, Buffalo Bills.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And off we go from Orchard Park. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen, in the prime of his career.
And certainly deserving of that MVP award. Just a year ago, 28 touchdown passes, but it was just 6 interceptions, and that's really where the improvement has come. We've all seen the size, the speed, the big arm, Mike, since he's come into the league. But now that the negative plays are going down, really the next step for him, really the only thing left on that resume is to go out and try to get that Lombardi trophy.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Allen now on second down. This one complete to Palmer. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. Rushed to his left. He'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
First and 10.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's catch 3 just on this drop, and it gets his team a first down. In motion, Shakir. First and 10, and it's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
that one, take it in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. Across the 20 will mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense. And when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Back deep is Brandon Codrington. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And the Bills
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
at the 35-yard line.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
A gain there of 11. Good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard
And these
line.
are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's another Bills.
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40 as we are ready to get back underway. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That's the All-Pro 3 years running, Chris Jones. In there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Throwing on second down. It's out. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. Third down coming up. Looking to throw. It's Allen. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Raiders' kick is good. And the Bills will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Here's Smith to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about ready to get going on their second possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. Begins with a run by Pacheco into the secondary at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And he will score! Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 10-7.
Bills 10, Chiefs 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Brandon Codrington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field with a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's taken in, and he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Chiefs offense and Hollywood Brown ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got him in. That's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down. It's a gain of 20.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's to Gray, open on the left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. In middle, he's got Kelsey. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Gain of 15. And the first down, Chiefs.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Here's 1st and 10. Play action here. Mahomes. That's over the middle. And caught by Rice. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Chiefs.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. A second effort, and he is in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Chiefs are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Bills 10.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute. Now it's second and 1. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Now he'll run. And Allen, a guy who usually gives as much punishment as he gets, slides down here, but he's got the first down.
That's good for Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
That's taken in by Shakir. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. So it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and You'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Codrington to return it. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26.
The Bills offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Looking middle, and he's got it complete to Coleman. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Buffalo.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Allen now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd down, they need 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
Results in a
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Christian Benford brings him down.
Christian Benford on the stop. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Taken in by Brown. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. Still on his feet. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. Big play for KC. 53 yards.
Well, this is the epitome, Mike, of short, long run. Everyone talks about the importance of these explosive plays, and of course a lot of them come through the passing game, but you don't always have to throw the ball deep downfield for a big game. We're seeing more and more of these wide receivers in the NFL that with the ball in their hands, they turn into running backs. So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13.
Bills 13.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing now, Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Mike Dana getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed. Pressure coming either from his front or back side, it either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Bills 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
They'll run. It's Cook. And he will take this one across into the end zone. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
Out quickly and complete. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game is tied.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Matt Prater is set to
All
kick
even.
off.
4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Nico Remigio to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. With Pacheco. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Mahomes quickly out to right. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And in motion is Brown. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
They put Kelsey in motion. A 1st down throw for Mahomes. He's got his man Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
12 more yards.
12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here's first and 10. Mahomes going to look to run with this one. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
8 yards on the pickup.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up now for second down. The throw is Mahomes. Life's open. He's got it. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with first and 10. A run with Pacheco. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Bills' 2-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion right. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chiefs 28, Bills 21.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
The Bills take over first.
The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Gun, here's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook.
Complete to number 4, James Cook. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
All right, YouTube. Final score: Kansas City 28, Buffalo Bills 21. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the game. Y'all catch y'all on the next one. We is out of here.